And hello. How's everybody doing? You are listening to another episode of Car Musings, and I am your host, Matt Morgan. How's everybody doing? How you holding up today? Crazy world we live in these days, eh? I don't know about you, but kind of makes me wonder. How's your integrity doing? Keep your integrity in check? Are you being the best person you can be? That's always the question, especially in today's day and age. It makes it a little more difficult because there's a lot going on. I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot going on, and it's some scary shit out there. I was gonna say, I'm just hoping that you're being the best you can be and not altering too much from, having integrity and being a good person because, you gotta set the example. You gotta do the domino effect. You put the positive happens and influences others. Today, though, I want to talk about something which is kind of controversial, kind of hypocritical. Well, I don't know if it's hypocritical, but it's just kind of, it's going to make you think. And basically, what we're talking about is, hey, good people that go bad. And when when times are tough, yeah, I can understand it. I think more so because of the shit I've been put through for the last 2 years, over 2 years now. Um, yeah, I think I'm more and more understand it. And I'll tell you what the example is basically this. I've lived a clean life, right? Clean life, law abiding citizen. Um, I did something stupid when I was younger, but it was juvenile. It was a white collar, you know, offense. But the reality is that I think it was in defiance of, and it was a really good sergeant at the police station who basically scared the Dickens out of me and basically said, you don't want to amount to anything, blah, 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 blah. And in order to prove him wrong, I lived a good life. I lived a good life. I am trustworthy, honest, uh, didn't break the law, tried to stay on the right side of the fence, everything. Not to be a goody two shoes, but at the same time, you know, I learned to have a moral compass. I learned to be good. I learned to be genuine. I learned to be honest. Like I live my life like that, you know. And I'll tell you, background checks, security checks, vetting checks. Every check is going to come back with, hey, you know what? This Mad Morgan guy, you can trust him. He's good people. He does good things, so I've always lived my life like that, and it's been an uphill battle at times because I see these slime balls that break the rules, have no moral compass, had no ethics, and they get ahead, and they get the breaks, and they get the luxuries, and they get the opportunities, and you sit back and go, hang on for 1 second. I was honest over here. I was forthright over here. I was good over here. I did everything I'm supposed to, and yet society's shitting on me. Why? Oh, I get a pat in the back once in a while, like good job, but I'm hurting over here. I'm not living the life of Flynn. I'm not living high on the hog. And you sit back and you go, what the fuck? Like, why? Why is John over here living large when, frankly, all this shit's going on and I can't actually make ends meet? It just really makes you wonder, right? You sit back and you go, what the hell? You really do. You sit back and you go, what the hell? I don't understand it, you know? And it makes you really wonder. But unfortunately, as much as you try to keep your nose clean, as much as you try to be the better of everything, and for some reason, I don't know what's fucked up with this world. I mean, look at our leaders. Look at our leaders. Look at the people that we choose to lead the country. Look at the people that we put into authoritative positions. Look at our rich people, our one percenters. Seriously, our one percenters who are living large, and the rules that they break. Epstein files, all that crap. Look at this. And these are the people that don't have a moral compass, have no sense of honor, have no sense of anything else, and yet they're rolling in and they're living large. It makes you wonder. And when I sit back and I think about this one, it makes you like, what do you do? Your better self, the better half of you is saying don't do it. Your better half of you is like, no, live with honest, have honor, live a good life, don't cheat anybody, don't steal, don't break the rules, don't do anything like that, right? Your better half of you, that good part of you, that good upbringing, that good influences that made you the person that you are, needs internal combat. But then at the other hand, you're sitting there like, I'm hurting over here. I'm hurting over here. And then, like, you start thinking to yourself, fuck, maybe I should be doing what these assholes are doing, what these scumbags are doing. Maybe I should be scamming people. Maybe I should be breaking the rules. Maybe I should be breaking the law. Well, they're like, no, you shouldn't be doing it. Well, no, I'm actually at that point where push has come to shove. I had to just recently start a GoFundMe. Yeah, yeah, because a lot of you motherfuckers out there are just selfish bastards. Like, seriously, selfish bastards. Don't care about anybody else. Don't have a friggin' dime to spare, but selfish bastards because they couldn't be bothered to help out anybody else but themselves. Yeah, down to the point where, other than the GoFundMe, selling off personal items, fucking, I'm at that point, and I know other people have been at that point. Now, not Somalians in Minnesota, of course, because they're opening up daycares and billionaires right now. But I'm talking about the honest, hardworking, forthright, honorable type people, those people. And they're trying to live a good life. I mean, I honestly think that living a good life and having a moral code and sense of honor and everything else died in like the 50s or even sooner. It's like nobody knows what it means to be respectable anymore. Nobody knows what it means to be honorable anymore. Nobody knows about this stuff anymore. It's like a dying art. Nobody cares about being honorable. No one cares about being good. Nobody cares about doing the right thing. It's like nobody cares. It's like, what the hell? Why are you not caring? Why? I don't understand this. It makes zero sense. But no, they don't. For some reason, they just don't. And you wonder why people turn bad. They turn bad because fucking nobody's given two shits about the fact that they're living good, the fact that they're being good people. It's like dog eat dog, but fuck everybody dog. You know? Like, I'm actually to the point where I'm picking out some good pieces of cardboard in order to stand by the side of the street. Like, that's where life has brought me. Forget about going to school, back to school, back to school, back to school. Forget about, giving you all you got. Forget about, you know, everything you put into it. Forget about all that, you know, because that doesn't seem to be working. So I'm at that point. GoFundMe started. I'm trying to pull out every fucking stop at this point. The 500 plus applications and resumes don't seem to do fuck all. You know, I mean, I got some evil thoughts about some people I want to hunt down that put me in this situation, but I'm told, no, you can't live in the past with that hatred in your hearts. Oh, I tell you, there's people out there that got it coming. They got it coming, and if it's not by me, it's going to be by somebody else if they keep fucking over people like this. It's like one day I woke up, hard worker, loyal, everything's, it's okay. paying the bills, roof over my head, but it's not, I'm not living large, but, at least I'm being able to do my part for my family. And then you know, all of a sudden, that fucking changes for whatever reason. No heads up, no, you know, fix this, fix that. No, nothing. Nothing like that. No fucking heads up, and then boom, it changes. And it's like driving the point home there. It's like, oh, we're going to make it even rougher on you. Yeah, we fucked you over, big time. But we're gonna tag you for making life even more difficult. It's like, what the fuck? Anyways, before I go down that rabbit hole, enough about that. The reality is that I understand why people get bitter, and I understand why the good people turn bad. And yes, believe it or not, it's because of other people, because of what other people have done to fuck over the kind-hearted good people, fuck them over, and then fuck them over again. Maybe they're jealous. Maybe they're most likely they're fucking jealous. They're envious, you know, of the traits, the personality, the skills, the qualities that make that person that person. So they want to tarnish them. They want to make them bad. They want to ruin them. So they can be as miserable and cold hearted and dark as they are. Maybe that's what it is. You know, one of us, one of us. Yeah. Trying to turn the purest of hearts into the darkest of hearts, just like they are. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I am starting to see, like, don't get me wrong, there's people that are just assholes and jerks and scam artists because they're fucking greedy, weren't raised right, they are just fucking scum, just crap, right? The people that wake up at an early age and say, I'm going to scam people, right? Because it's an easy buck and I'm fucking broke and I'm lazy, right? Those are people that no. Those are people that fucking put a bullet between their eyes, fucking get done with them. You know, they rip off hardworking people, scam elderly. No, not those are scum. Those are scum. Even with my moral compass the way it is, and even with how hard times my are, the next people I'm going to be fucking playing Robin Hood. Fuck that. I still have to wake up and look at myself in the mirror, and I still have to have a sense of pride, you know, as much as it's going to be swallowed. And the thing is that, yeah, I'm going to be fucking playing Robin Hood. I'm going after the rich. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm going after the rich because they're the ones that are the greediest, gluttonous bastards. Those are my targets. Those are the people that have money. Those are the people that have bragged they have $1 million. Those are the people that have fucked over other people. Those will fit into the rich category that frankly need the pickings. Need the pickings. So those are the people that you got to focus on. So yeah, good people turning bad because of being fucked over enough times. It's a sad, vicious cycle. And if society ever wonders why it happens, yeah, it's out of desperation, my friends. Desperation. When as I mentioned in previous episodes, when somebody's got nothing to lose and they got less and less to lose or nothing to lose at all, you better fucking believe that that little voice, that angel on the one shoulder, fucking ends up croaking. Because yeah, if you think it's going to be anything else, you're fucking sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken. So yeah, good people become bad because of desperation, because of what they are pushed to do. Oh, you don't have to do that, Mad Morgan. Well, yeah, I fucking do, you cocksucker. I do. Because nobody's giving me a fair shake. I'm getting a whole bunch of bullshit, empty promises, false little, oh, it'll be okay, it'll get better bullshit. How many people are starving out there? The stupidest thing I saw? when I made the GoFundMe? There's a GoFundMe for that ICE officer who fucking killed that woman of 3. You know, there is $500,000 already for that GoFundMe. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? $500,000 to some snot-nosed little 20-something little punk kid who just murdered her mother of 3. And probably by it all said and done, he'll be a millionaire. Really. This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. The political landscape will sit there and applaud and reward murderers. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But yet, somebody who's hurting, trying to provide for the family, live righteously, live by the law, live good, can't even fucking get a check from the government for a couple $100 a month in order to help offshift the pain. Really? This is the world we live in. You're donating to murderers, but you won't donate to a family that's hurt. Give your fucking head a shake. Like, seriously. Give your fucking head a shake. What the fuck's wrong with the world? Now, I'm hoping you never have to suffer some of these scumbags that victimize people and, you know, attack them in their homes or whatever the case may be, or, get violent out in the world. I'm hoping you never have to be one of those people, but you probably have to take a second guess or second look if that ever happens to you and ask yourself why. Why? Why did that happen? Why did this person do this to me? Well, let me tell you, motherfuckers. Probably because you're a selfish bastard that was donating to this ISIS guy who murdered people. You start questioning your own decisions a little more before you be judgmental towards being a victim of somebody else's decisions that were pushed to desperation. Pushed to desperation. As I said, there's a fine line between those scumbags, especially you see from some of those African countries that like to rip people off and are fucking no better than fertilizer. They should be fertilizer. And they rip people off like the Somalians pulling that scam and all that stuff. Like, there's a certain point where enough is enough when it comes to money. And if you're just milking it for all it's worth, like a freaking lottery ticket that doesn't stop paying out, okay, you're fucking, you shouldn't be around. Like, in all honesty, if somebody threw $1 million in my lap right now, I would make it work. $1 million is not a lot of money these days, but I would make it work. I would be very strategic about it. I'd be very smart about it. I would be very particular about it, and I would make it last. I really would make it last because that's a leg up, right? It's these people that just look at it as, oh, I got a break, and then they go, oh well, this is fucking easy. I'll just leave the tap on. I'll just leave the tap on. I'll just let it run. That's where the Smolians fucking did that shit. I'm pretty sure there's like a dozen of them or something like that. Anyways, regardless on that one. If money is still the ruling factor, which basically makes the world run, then in all honesty, we should prioritize where this money goes and put it in the hands of the people that need it. Again, you know, when you're busy fighting the system, if that's not working for you, then other people just turn to escape. You know, if they don't fight back, eventually, maybe they lose their drive, maybe they lose their spirit, maybe they lose that fighter will to continue on, and that's why people turn to addiction. That's why people turn to substances. They do because they want to escape this bullshit reality when they realize that the odds are stacked against them. So if they don't lash out and become bad people and break the law and, you know, all this stuff like that, you know, they look for escape. They do. They look for escape. And they turn to other substances and everything else. And that becomes a vicious thing because at that point, they're double gone, right? They've got nothing to lose and they want to feed their addiction. So they will rip your skin off and sell it if they could in order for the fix, you know? So you really gotta think about it. Just think about it. Just think about it. Okay? You really gotta think about it. Anyways, good people turn bad because they were given no other option. You know, no other option. And I want you to remember that. I want you to think about that one. Because as you're shaking your head, you're listening to this, going, "Oh, there's no excuse, there's no reason." Listen, honestly, honestly, listen to yourself. Honestly, now think about it. What have you done to help out another person ever? And to some degree, where it actually kind of hurts, but kind of doesn't. Just think about that one. Because this is what's wrong with society, and why it turns dark. Because we're so focused on ourselves, we're so focused on all that shit that we kind of push others aside. The genuinely good people that, frankly, they're shining examples. They turn bad because of the fact is people just, you know, smile on their face, but aren't there to freaking back it up. So yeah, I started a GoFundMe recently, and sadly that I had to do so. And now it's every morning. It's just like, okay, how much closer am I to taking it up the ass or getting on my knees? You know, how much closer am I to having to completely degrade myself? Well, the answer is before I take it out of my ass, I'm going to take it out of somebody else's ass. Because there is a certain line that will not be crossed. But, you know, push comes to shove. I'm doing what I can do, and I'm doing what I have to do. You know, and I'm hoping that with all these cries for help and all these asks for assistance and these resumes I put out and these job inquiries and these, you know, shouts out to the world, I'm hoping they'll get answered. I'm hoping that there's a guardian angel, right? Somebody that's gonna put their money where their mouth is and stop, you know, just spitting out bullshit and actually gonna follow it through with some actions. That's what I'm hoping, you know. But you know, at the end of the day, just remember when shit goes wrong in your world, just remember at one point you had something to do about it for somebody else. I want you to just think about that one. And then if you're starting to blame everybody else at that point, yeah, I just want you to remember that you were part of the equation for why shit went the way that it did. So keep that in mind. Don't let a good person go bad, my friends. There's enough fucking shitty people out there in the world. Don't let that happen. You know, do something about it. Help that person out. Help that neighbor out. Help that people that you know are good people, but for some reason you got a selfish self about yourself that you just can't see beyond that. Anyways, that's about it for today. I'm gonna wrap it up. This has been another episode of Car Musings. Hey, if you don't know what integrity means, look it up. Because a lot of you are fucking clueless when it comes to it. As far as the rest goes, save a soul, man. Save a soul. Save somebody from being another asshole in the world. Save somebody from becoming a criminal. Save somebody from making the bad decisions because they have no other choice. You know? and do something about it. Be a world changer. That's all I'm saying. Be a world changer. All right. Sorry about that. I know that annoying buzz is an annoying buzz, but I'm just maneuvering something, and my car does not like it. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? All right, there we go. Nope. It's like, I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. No, I don't like it. All right. Okay, that's it. I'm Rose Madmorgan. It's another episode of Car Musings. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please check out themadmorgan.com. More stuff going up there. More stuff going up there when I can, but, the time being, it's just too busy trying to focus on saving the rest of my world. So, um, but there's enough stuff up there as it is. Anyways, I'm out. I'll see you next episode. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye for now.